I feel really good. I feel like I've passed through lots of different feelings during the session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The ropes.
Mm-hmm.
I think also because with my partner, we do a lot of impact, like quite a lot of impact play, and I'm also, like you were saying about the how it's confusing to be a switch, it's also like I'm very used to his way to prepare the skin and how he handles my body with like the increments. So it was different in that way, but it was nice. I think that it came on. It was like triggered by the pain. Maybe also a feeling of like, and this feeling has come up for me many times in impact play, and it's like a moment of yeah, somehow feeling like already beat by the life, and then having more and maybe some feelings of like that I don't want that, or that the challenge of also saying that it's not okay. I definitely felt like it brought up kind of the theme that's going on in my life, what we was talking about before, of like just feeling a bit alone here and lonely and like, yeah. Well, I think the normal emotions of like, I don't know you, there is not like a trust repertoire between us. Also that like, it was not, we did not explicitly discuss. You gave me the questionnaire, which is great. I love that. But not explicit about any real boundaries, like signaling yes when it's okay and not. But yeah, I think that it took me some moments to relax into that and to trust the situation, that it's safe, and yeah, I don't think it was maybe it's shyness, but I think it's also just to be so vulnerable in front of someone that you don't know really, you know. Yeah, I mean, also I think our conversation before also, I think you're a solid human being, so I obviously if I felt like I was not safe, I would ask to stop, you know. But
Sure.
I felt that you were very respectful and sensitive and still challenging me, but not in a way that was ever too much. That I could not, that I got into a situation with myself. I think that the touch does help. I think that maybe the nature of the touch in some moments was not exactly what I wanted. But I, especially like when I had contact with your body, like when you was behind me and stuff, these for me are very like trust building body contact positions, also like hugging and stuff. I think that if it would have been too much in some moment, I would just communicate. Yeah. But I also feel like I was just open to also to know you and how you are operating, you know, in the same. I think that, and maybe it's for a lot of people, like say primal response is like to almost feel irritated and like, why are you doing that, kind of? And but I mean, towards the end you can see like I had a smile on my face when I was being slapped in the face, you know. I also, the more I relaxed, the more I could embrace the surprise, also the element of surprise. And for sure it gives another layer of subtleties to the moment, you know. Also not being able to see. I like the pulling of the hair. Yeah. Wish I could have sustained this moment to have you had tied my hair also. But I was like really cold and needed to go to the bathroom. And I was in like a moment of like a lot of discomfort. I think a lot from the cold, actually. Next time we have a heater. The wax was nice. I mean, I was quite cold in here, so it was really nice to have the warm. It was nice. I was just enjoying the warmth, really, the heat. Yeah, it felt good. It's hard. It's also hard for other people I play with, because I think a lot of dominance really needs the sound to know what's going on with the other person, and I have endured very like intense sessions and not made any noise. And I guess for me it's just like it is my way of dealing with the situation. I also can make noise, and there's a pleasure in that, like when you're having sex and you make noise, it is a different kind of release. But I thought our communication was good. I think that I have a bad habit, and I get labeled a brat sometimes because I in a moment where I'm really uncomfortable, I don't follow this code, and this is not so nice for the other person. Like there was maybe 2 or 3 moments where I like push you a bit back with my leg, and or where I just said stop. And I think for some people it's not really okay to use that. They don't want to use that language during a session. So like with my boyfriend, he has the word scarlet, like his safe word or whatever. Not to crash the mood with like, that hurts, you know?
Yeah.
It was intense, yeah. But it was nice. At some point the clamps were painful. But in general I quite liked the tension on them. They're so warm right now. Also the slapping. If I'm close to the period or something, then it's not possible to do this, but because they get more sensitive and swollen and just like very tender. I think more like the breast and less the nipple. Yeah. I think it's like at the end it was really like, I want to die if you touch my nipples again, you know. This feeling. They're more sensitive, and like with whips it's more sensitive, but with the hand it's okay. With the hand I'm pretty good everywhere. But with the tools, yeah, like on my sides are really sensitive, and I think having them together was the new part for me. Like to have the impact play and the restraint at the same time. The shibari that I've done otherwise was very very neutral, actually, like very not with a lot of sexual elements, like very much focused on, the practitioner was very much focused on his knot work and being precise, and this was very painful. This also actually made me feel quite emotional in that way of like something very uncomfortable and unwanted, kind of. Like it was intense, that thing in my nose. I'm quite sensitive in this area. Like I don't mind my nose and mouth being closed and like pressure things, but like I don't know. No, I never had anyone stick anything up my nose before. I also like, yeah, I also like it. I like shibari more. This was a first for me, but it was nice. It was the most painful when you took them off, actually, at the end. I felt it the most. Yeah, just the top one, actually, was the most like this. Yeah, the rest of it felt quite cozy. No, it wasn't painful. There was some moment that I got like pinched in the ropes, which was a little painful, but it was more or less comfortable. It was just painful from like in this position. I just felt like yeah, like my arm was starting to go numb, or that I don't know, that the rope was pushing on some part, but when I shifted, it's changed, like the same when we adjusted the rope. Once you moved the rope up a little bit, it was gone. It was just like pushing, I don't know, on a nerve or something, and pushing the bones together. It was nice. No, it was good. On the feet, it was quite intense for me. And yeah, there are definitely like some areas of my body that are really, it's just, I don't take any pleasure from the impact, you know, whereas like on my back and my ass and legs, I can endure more and it's more pleasurable for me at the same time. Somehow, yeah. But I enjoyed both of the positions. The second one was more, like I said, very much like, you know, when you're a baby and you're wrapped up in the blanket kind of feeling, you know, of encapsulated, yeah, as I said before. And I really enjoyed this feeling. And also in the other position, that it's a challenging position, but like this, to constantly remind the body to relax and not to get tense and to and I like this cycle. I guess a feeling of accepting accepting the emotions and accepting how I feel, and that it's okay